Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to start with new chapter, that is chapter 5th, Principle of Inheritance and Variation of class 12 Biology. I have marked all important NCERT lines from which the questions can be framed. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about genetics, heredity and variation, and scientist named as Gregor Mendel. From 1856 to 1863, that is total 7 years, he worked on a pea plant, 7 pairs of contrasting traits of a pea plant, which were those traits: the seed shape, the seed color, flower color, pod shape, pod color, flower positions and stem height. These were total of 7 contrasting pairs and total 14 we can say characters he took, from which the 7 contrasting traits were being formed. Now if we talk about a character trait, gene, allele, what is difference between both of these? कैरेक्टर, जब एक कैरेक्टर होता है, जैसे कि अगर सीड शेप है तो सीड शेप में दो चीज़ें हो सकती है, या तो सीड राउंड होगी या तो इट इज़ विंकल्ड. सो द सीड शेप इज अ कैरेक्टर, वेर एज द टू पार्ट्स दैट इज राउंड एंड रिंकल्ड दैट आर ट्रेट्स. सो वैसे ही जीन अगर बोला जाए तो सीड शेप इज अ जीन, वेर एज द राउंड एंड रिंकल आर इट्स अलील. सो राउंड एक अलील है और रिंकल दूसरा अलील है. सो वैसे ही कैरेक्टर का अपोजिट, या फिर हम कह सकते हैं कैरेक्टर्स और ट्रेट्स एंड जीन्स एंड अलील्स. दैट मीन्स कैरेक्टर का जो सिमिलर वर्ड यूज़ कर सकते हैं वो है जीन, और ट्रेट का अलील्स. अब मेंडल ने यहाँ पे टोटल 7 कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग ट्रेट्स लिए, जिसमें से उन्होंने क्रॉस करे थे इन सब ट्रेट्स के, और बहुत सी चीज़ें उन्होंने लॉज एंड वो सब फाउंड किया था, जिसमें उन्होंने स्टेम हाइट को कंसिडर किया था फॉर इट्स मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस. नाउ व्हाट इज मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस? It was a cross which was based on only single contrasting pair, that is stem height. So what he did, he took a plant, and before going to that cross, let me tell you about the dominant trait and recessive trait. What is dominant trait? Dominant trait मतलब अगर कोई एक पेरेंट्स है जिसमें एक पेरेंट डोमिनेंट होगा, दूसरा पेरेंट रेसेसिव होगा, तो अगर कंसिडर करें डोमिनेंट के बारे में, तो जो भी पेरेंट्स डोमिनेंट होते हैं उनकी जो सेकेंड प्रोजनी होती है, यानी फर्स्ट जो उनका फिलेलियल जनरेशन होती है और सेकेंड फिलेलियल जनरेशन जो होती है, F2 जनरेशन होती है, उसमें वो रेसेसिव ट्रेट दिखता है. बाकी जो F1 जनरेशन होती है उसमें सारे ट्रेट डोमिनेंट होते हैं, मतलब डोमिनेंट ट्रेट का कुछ कैरेक्टर आएगा, और जो F2 होती है उसमें रेसेसिव आ जाता है. डोमिनेंट एंड रेसेसिव में ये होता है कि जो रेसेसिव है इट इज़ हिडन, इट कैन नॉट बी सीन. ये जो है वो फिजिकली शो नहीं होता. इट इज अ टाइप ऑफ जीनोटाइप, वेर एज द डोमिनेंट ट्रेट जो है वो एक फिनोटाइप है, यानी वो फिजिकली दिखता है, बट रेसेसिव ट्रेट हिडन रहता है हमेशा. इसलिए हमेशा डोमिनेंट ट्रेट जो है वो रेसेसिव ट्रेट के ऊपर डोमिनेट हो जाता है. सो सारा ये जो एग्जाम्पल्स है वो सब याद रखने पड़ेंगे, बिकॉज इस पे से क्वेश्चंस कैन बी फ्रेम. सो स्टेम हाइट जो है दैट इज टॉल एंड डार्क, यानी डार्क इन द सेंस शॉर्ट. फ्लावर कलर वॉयलेट और रेड, एंड द रेसेसिव वन इज वाइट. फ्लावर पोजीशन एक्सियल एंड टर्मिनल. पॉड शेप इन्फ्लेटेड या फिर कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टेड. पॉड कलर ग्रीन एंड येलो. सीड शेप राउंड व्रिंकल्ड. सीड कलर येलो एंड ग्रीन. सो याद रखना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा डोमिनेंट एंड कौन सा रेसेसिव है. एंड हियर कम्स द मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस. Monohybrid cross, in which I took one contrasting character, that is stem height. We saw that there were 2 traits, tall and dwarf, in which tall was dominant and dwarf was recessive. So according to our knowledge, what we need to see is whether F2 generation में जो recessive trait है वो दिखता है कि नहीं, because tall is dominant and dwarf is recessive. So recessive है, obviously it should be hidden, and it should be only visible when we come to F2 cross, that is F2 filial generation. So if we talk about tall, whenever we represent their gametes, we always have to write it in the capital letters, like capital T and small t for the dwarf one. So all dominant traits can be has to be written in capital letters, that is capital T, and dwarf in the small letters, that is small t and small t. Now whenever gametes are formed, fertilization takes place to form a zygote, right? So वैसे ही यहाँ पे I took one gamete of capital T and one small t to form a gametes. Now when 2 of these are being crossed, we get one capital T, that means the plant is tall. One more, that is capital T and small t. Now what happens in this case is the dominant one always Mass couples the character, we can say trait of the recessive one. That means capital T is always dominant over the recessive. That's why the plant which will be in this case is always tall. Similarly, if we see here, in this case also the plant is tall. But see here, it is small t. That means the plant is dwarf. So what is genotype and phenotypic ratio of this cross? The monohybrid cross, in which we take a single contrasting character. Genotype means all the internal ratio. Phenotype means physical ratio. Their physical ratio is 3:1. That means 3 are tall and 1 is dwarf. But in the case of genotype, we see their internal genetic or gene ratio is 1:2:1. 1 is for tall, 2 for the 1 is for the tall dominant parent, 2 for the one, you can see this capital T and small t, this 2, and small t for the dwarf one. So these two ratios are very important. And the cross which we did, similarly we can cross between any, we can take any of the characters, we can take even we can take flower position, then color of pod, anything as our contrasting character. Here example of tall and dark, I took the example of I took contrasting trait as this one, stem height. Now let's talk about test cross. Test cross always takes place between the progeny of F1 generation and the recessive parent. Now in this case, what we got as a progeny is capital T and small t. That means we got tall as our plant. When I cross it with the recessive parent, now which one is recessive between these both? The dwarf one. So when I cross between them, I get that the ratio is 1:1. Now what is this box? This box is called as Punnett square, where I wrote capital T, small t, this gametes, and the small t over this side. Now we need to cross between this both, capital T, capital T this way, then this and this, then this and these, then this and this, each at a time. पहले इसको इससे करने का, फिर इसको इससे, and then this one with this, and then this one with this. So this is what test cross. Test cross is used to find the unknown genotype and are always heterozygous dominate. Now there is